Welcome back. It is time to begin Book 5, the final book of this game, and indeed the entire Longest Journey Dreamfall saga, as for now anyway. Let's see if we can find out how all of this stuff ends. Consequences of your actions are about to be revealed. This is a recap of some of the choices you have previously made that will have an impact on the story ahead. It used to do that before every chapter, but I guess since I already had all of them, it is only doing it before the 5th one now. But let's take a look. Zoe. Might be nice to refresh our memories a little bit. When I woke from the coma, I decided to continue down the path I once took and return to school. Until recently, I've been working on my bioengineering research project with Ada. The choice you made in story time has had a major impact on your journey. You can always return to the beginning to make a different choice and experience a different storyline. And get to meet Shitbot. Reza and I are still together. It's been rough, and I don't know if we'll last, but at least we're trying. At least we have each other. Your relationship with Reza will shape your life, now and forever. I gave the data proving Uminska's in Wadi Corp's pockets to Sully. The Hand was going to publish it, but before they could do so, they were shut down. Reza fled to Iceland with the data, and now he's stuck there. I wish I knew what was going on. Your actions continue to affect the story. I've made the decision to remember everything. I'm trying to piece together the events that led me to this place. It's been difficult, but I'm not giving up. I will remember what happened to me. Your path changed because of this choice, and you will continue to live with the consequences. On that day in July, long ago, I bought Reza cheese soup for lunch. Even the tiniest of decisions can have long-lasting repercussions, and while this particular choice will not return to haunt you, it's something to keep in mind. Okay. The man who broke into my apartment saved my life. If I hadn't reacted the way I did, who knows what might have happened. Falk Friedman lived or died based on your actions. Lives were affected, and you will be reminded of his fate. Over to Kian. While escaping Friar's Keep, I spared the Warden's life. I could have easily killed him, but what purpose would that have served? Revenge is a hollow victory. Your choice had repercussions, as we've already seen. I chose to keep Naane secret. She remains free, and the others that don't know she betrayed them. They trust her, and she's done much to deserve that trust. Naane's fate has affected the story, and the consequences will soon be apparent. Some of their consequences were already apparent in the fact that Enu has survived, which it told us at the end of Book 4. Anna tried to kiss me, but I pulled away. She was hurt by my rejection, but I couldn't lead her on. I didn't want her to think I'm interested, not in that way. I haven't seen Anna since that night. That's not entirely true. I think this is probably a description meant to be used in an earlier book. Anna and you could never be, but your choice continues to affect your relationship. I chose not to torture an Azadi officer. Because of this, the rebels stayed in Old Town and were caught in the raid. Many were killed, but at least the Azadi met some resistance. Their losses were heavy as well. Your decision affected the rebel movement, as well as your relationship with Enu, Liko, Shepard, and the others in the resistance. After the interrogation, I let the officer go. He was a sexual predator and a criminal, but he can be useful to us in the tower. He's already provided us with valuable information, and I gained Enu's respect while losing Liko's. He hasn't accompanied me on a mission since. Your choice to kill or spare the Azadi officer affected your relationship with Liko and Enu. Again, this is more before chapter... before Book 4, when you... before you take Liko to Kian. I revealed some things about myself and my life that I hadn't told anyone else in the Resistance. I'm usually a private person, but it's an important part of who I am, and I saw no reason to hide that. Your friends and allies have a better understanding of who you are. I returned to Pipeworker's tool after using it to open one of the tubes. Your actions have had consequences for Ulvik. I brought Liko with me on the cloud ship to Kian, despite Shepard's wishes. I hope I made the right decision. Her decision to bring Liko to Kian or leave him behind continues to affect the story. Liko and I spoke like brothers on our way to Kian. We opened our hearts and we understand each other better now. Her relationship with Liko was shaped by her words and actions. Brian wanted to stay in Abnaxis' house, but I said no. Oh, we're back to Zoe now. Bob entrusted me with the key. I didn't feel like I could leave Brian there. Maybe I was wrong. After all, I'm sure I can trust him. Well, I'm not! Anyway, you will face the consequences of this choice. Kian. Enno was injured in a raid on the Enclave, but with a healer in our ranks, she was back on her feet within a day. She is already eager to continue the fight. Enno was injured in the raid on the Enclave, but the severity of her wounds and her current condition are dependent on choices you've made in an earlier chapter, particularly whether or not Nane was killed or not. And it looks like we're going to see how all of this is going to come to a conclusion. Mostly I just want to see what happened with Zoe, who just woke up last time we saw her. For real this time. Book 5, Redux. Chapter 12, Recall. Wonkers?
Zoe, you're awake.
What? Oh, Wonkers, get off me! Oh, what time is it? Wait, where am I?
You're in the hospital, Zoe. In Casablanca. Don't you remember?
No.
You got really sick, and they brought you here to make you better. I've been watching over you. You've been in a coma for a long, long time.
I'm not sure. I'm confused.
You just woke up, Zoe. It must be strange to be awake again. Don't worry. It'll pass. You just need to rest. Go back to sleep now. I'll watch over you.
Wonkers, you don't sound like yourself.
You've been very sick, Zoe. You can't trust yourself right now. Just close your eyes and go back to sleep. You'll feel much better afterwards.
No, I can't sleep anymore.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
I need to get up.
I wouldn't recommend that, Zoe. You're not well. You need to go back to sleep.
Stop it, Wonkers.
Okay. So as we saw in Book 4, we were still in a coma the whole time. So how were we in Propast and Arcadia and all the other stuff we did? Did any of that really happen? How is Wonkers here? And indeed he sounds wrong. Of course, so does Zoe. But Zoe actually acknowledged that he sounds wrong, so there must be more to it than just a voice actor change. Well, I guess we could just go back to bed. After all, been in a coma for so long. Why not sleep a bit more? No one would ever say that, by the way, if you got out of a coma. I don't think they would be like, no, you need to go back to sleep now. Let's try it anyway.
Why don't you go back to sleep, Zoe? You'll feel much better if you do.
Maybe Wonkers is right. Maybe I'll feel better if I take a nap.
Maybe things will make sense.
Okay.
Wake up, Zoe. You must wake up. Come on, Zoe, get up. This place isn't real. You need to get out.
Was that April?
That was April, wasn't it? This place isn't real? That is very interesting. Well, I guess that means we need to investigate this place a little bit more. Let's talk to Wonkers first.
Good old Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me. Like a surrogate sibling and guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers. Good old Wonkers. For as long as I can remember, he's been there for me.
And I can't talk to him because it would overlap.
And guardian. Best gift ever. But there's something not quite right about him. I can't put my finger on it, but he's not really Wonkers.
A lot of things have a lot of different descriptions in this room, so that's why I did that.
Are you tired, Zoe? You must be tired. Let's go back to sleep. I'll stay right here. I promise I won't ever leave you.
No, I don't want to sleep anymore.
You're not feeling well. I can tell. You're exhausted. And you're seeing things that aren't real.
I don't know what's wrong, but it's not me. It's this place. It's you, Wonkers. You're all wrong.
That hurts my feelings, Zoe.
But it's true. Also, April was saying that this place isn't real. Does that mean we're still sleeping? Or sleeping again, and maybe this is a dream, and I don't even know what's going on anymore.
You don't sound right.
You're imagining things, Zoe. You're very, very tired. Sleeping will help you feel better. You should go back to sleep. Just for a little while.
No.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's not go back to bed.
Those vitals aren't too bad.
For somebody in a coma, I would imagine.
Not being in a coma probably helps. Those vitals aren't too bad.
Aha! An emergency button. Wait, shouldn't that be closer to the bed?
The call button should really be next to the bed. Although, I guess they weren't expecting me to wake up from my coma anytime soon. The magic nurse summoning button.
Well, that would be the easiest way of getting out of here, I guess.
Someone will be with you shortly.
Sure.
Your call has been registered. We will send someone to your room as soon as possible.
In case you're wondering, no, nobody ever shows up.
All nurses are currently busy. Please wait for the next available nurse.
What kind of a hospital is this?
I'm sorry, but everyone's frightfully busy. Your patience is appreciated. Stop pushing that button. We won't get to you any quicker even if you keep pushing it. Stop. Please stop.
Okay.
Someone will be with you shortly.
And then it loops around. That's funny. What's this? Looks like well wishes from lots of different people.
Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging. Get well, get better, please wake up, hope you recover, don't die. Where's that book you borrowed? Come back to us, all our love. Where were these people before my coma?
That's a good question.
I spent my 21st birthday in a coma. That's just sad.
That is sad.
Hey, a message from Emma. Oh, she finally opened her gallery in Europolis. Nice. I'll have to visit soon.
We saw an ad for that. And actually, wasn't it because of Zoe that she was going there? It's getting very unclear what actually happened and what did not. Zoe doesn't seem to remember much of it, though.
Jama sent me something. Knowing her, it's probably a list of exercises to get me back in the gym.
Probably.
Oh, an invitation from CTU to come back and talk about my experiences. What experiences? How to not succeed after graduation? Avoiding bed sores? Also, the event was 6 months ago. Fantastic.
But she did go back to Cape Town University. There's something really off about this place.
My surprisingly large circle of acquaintances has been busy talking about me in my absence. Now that I'm awake, I probably won't hear from any of them ever again.
Probably.
Over 200 unread posts. So I was more popular in a coma than when I was awake. Encouraging.
What's this? A greeting card.
Flowers. From Liv.
Wait, didn't Liv pass away? Or was that part of the dream?
Hola, sweetie. I hope these flowers will brighten your day. Love, Liv. That's cute. Liv's cute. I'm so happy to have Olivia Del Marco in my life. And Alien the cat is hands down the best electronics shop in Casablanca. I can't wait to go back. When was the last time I visited her shop? That was ages ago. Did it close down? I remember something about... what just happened?
That doesn't seem good. Is reality glitching out? So it seems there's something wrong here, because yeah, didn't Liv die?
Something happened to her. To Liv. Something terrible. Okay, that was not just in my head. Something's definitely going on. Olivia. She's dead. I know it. I feel it. Shit. Am I losing my mind, or is reality glitching?
That would be a bad thing. So this is some kind of fake memory that's been planted here. Let's see if we can pick it up. Let's take a closer look.
Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card.
What are you doing, Zoe? You shouldn't be on your feet. Come on, I'll tuck you in and read you a little story, just like in the old days.
And it turned into just a generic get well card. I hope you're feeling better. I miss you every day. I'm always thinking of you. So this is what I say. Get well soon. It's not signed by anyone. And Wonkers seems to not want us to be doing this, which to me means that we definitely should be doing this. Can we dress?
No, this isn't really me anymore.
I guess we cannot dress. Nice to see that old outfit again, though.
This must go into the hospital hallway.
I like how she put the whole thing on, including like the accessories and jewelry and whatever, before deciding that she didn't like it and take it back off. Can we go outside?
It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe.
Well, after the call button, I'm not sure that this hospital has your best interests in mind.
It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe.
Okay, so we can't just get out, so let's keep looking at stuff and see if there's anything else here that feels wrong.
I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. Definitely prouder than me.
I don't know if that happened, but it doesn't sound obviously wrong either.
I'd almost forgotten this.
And
I
it
won
has
a
only one description.
competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so
How about this one?
proud.
Graduation
Prouder
photo.
than my dad, perhaps. Graduation day in front of Jammy Hall.
Wait, is that high school graduation or university graduation, because if it's the latter, that definitely never happened.
Cape Town University has the most beautiful views. I spent so many lazy afternoons with friends, sitting on jammy steps and looking out over the city.
It is university, yeah. Zoe did not graduate.
I remember feeling like the end of my bioengineering degree was impossibly far away. I can't believe I actually made it to graduation. It's almost like a dream.
Yeah, that's because you dropped out.
Come to think of it, I don't remember much from that day. I was there, I was wearing a gown, but who else was there? Dad? Reza? And what was the ceremony like? I just can't remember. Weird. Now I'm officially freaked out.
So every time we find a fake memory, that seems to happen. So maybe we just need to find all of them.
Something's wrong. The whole graduation thing, something's definitely wrong here.
And like before, we can pick up this photograph and take a closer look.
I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, sometimes I wish I hadn't. But this is a false memory.
You don't look well, Zoe. You're probably seeing things. Please lie down, just for a minute. I'll watch over you. I'll sing for you.
No, we have a mystery to solve.
Thanks for joining us. Things are generally going very well today. Wouldn't you say so, Marek?
Incredibly well, Rika. We'll soon be out of jobs, the both of us.
I honestly wouldn't mind one bit, Marek. Following up on yesterday's heartwarming Watty Corp story, the company behind everyone's favourite dream machine has announced that customer satisfaction has reached an unprecedented 110%.
Impressive, Rika, but who can argue? The Dreamer has changed everything.
An end to war, an end to violence, an end to poverty. What are we doing here, Marek? We should be in Dreamtime too.
You said it, Rika. You said it.
Watty Corp has also announced that surplus profits from the Dream Machine will go to sponsoring free dreamers for children in need worldwide, giving them the opportunity to escape their dreary, pointless existence for a life of endless joy and happiness inside Dreamtime.
Outstanding.
Just another reason why Watty Corp is our favourite corporation, Marek. And they're not even paying us to say that. But seriously, things are great. They are so, so good. Just trust us on that.
Yeah, how about I don't? That does not correspond to what we've been seeing at all. It's not even close to the truth.
Thanks for joining us. Things are generally good.
And it's just the one. Something really weird is going on here. That looks like a street in Casablanca.
Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years. Casablanca's a great place to grow up. Such an interesting mix of cultures and very safe and clean. But I'll have to move at some point if I want a career in bioneering.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that memory.
Maybe I'll go back to Cape Town. Or move to Europolis. I've always wanted to do that.
You already did. She doesn't even remember that, but this photo still does not seem to be wrong in any way.
Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years. Dad and me in Casablanca.
Also doesn't seem to be anything wrong with that.
Dad's been away a lot, travelling, but was still very close. I remember that day. We had one of our dad and daughter days. We walked around exploring the city, we went to a museum, and then we ate an amazing buffet dinner at the Watty Plaza Hotel downtown. Dad and me in Casablanca.
How about this one? Looks to be Reza.
Our 5th anniversary. Reza and I took the Vactrax to Norway and a hydrofoil to Svalbard. We spent a long weekend travelling around the island.
Wait, did that happen? I don't think that happened, because they broke up for a while and only recently got back together, and I don't remember them traveling there. At least if they did, it was never mentioned.
We always talked about going to Svalbard. It's such an incredible place. So majestic and so alien. And I was totally geeking out about going inside the Doomsday Vault.
Are these real places? I mean, I know Svalbard exists, but I don't know about the Doomsday Vault.
5 years together. Almost hard to believe. Things have been rocky between us from time to time. It's amazing that we lasted this long. I remember we stayed at the what was the name of that place again? And where was it? I don't remember any of it.
Yep, looks like we found another fake memory.
It's weird, but I remember nothing from the trip, aside from talking to Reza about it and this photo. We were there, and we've been together for 5 years. Haven't we? No. No, this is wrong. This feels all wrong. We talked about going to Svalbard, but we never did. We broke up, and that trip, it never happened.
This isn't helping anyone, Zoe. You're just going to ruin everything.
What
Please
is...
stop. Please go back to bed. Go back to sleep, Zoe.
This is a picture of Europolis. So all of that stuff did really happen then? You'd think, by the way, that this would be a really easy puzzle for me, because all it relies on is looking at things a lot, which I do anyway. Unfortunately, on this particular occasion, when we first played Book 5, we were so excited to find out what was happening with Zoe that we just wanted to get out of this room and see what would happen, and therefore didn't spend a lot of time looking at everything, so it took us a while to figure this one out. Whereas if I'd been playing in my normal way of playing, I would have figured it out anyway.
That's me, in Cape Town.
This could be either real or not, I guess.
This must have been Sandy Bay. Oh, beautiful waters, carefree days. Oh, I miss it. I remember this day vividly. 5 minutes after this picture was taken, there was a sudden influx of naked 70-year-old men, and that's when we realized what kind of beach this was. That's me, in Cape Town.
A nudist beach, I am guessing.
It's a card from Karen.
Wait, isn't that the barista?
Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee. It's a card from Karen. Mum, Dad, and me. That was when we moved to Casablanca.
Wait, her mother was never in the picture. Literally, in this case.
Mum and Dad were always moving when I was growing up, because of their jobs. This must have been the 5th or 6th home we moved into. I remember falling in love with the place as soon as we got there. It had all these nooks and crannies, a balcony, and my own room with an awesome view. There were so many hiding places. Me and Mum. We played hide and seek all the time.
No, you did not, I'm pretty sure.
When she came after me, she would stomp her feet and shout. What was it she'd say again?
Nothing, because you did not know her until the end of the last game.
I don't actually remember her voice that well. Or her face. Or that she was there with Dad and me.
Yep, it's another one.
Mum was... She wasn't... Where was she?
I'm assuming this is just a picture of Zoe and her dad.
Helena was never part of our lives. It was just me and Dad. She abandoned us when I was an infant. Oh my god. This isn't real. This place is a hallucination. Or a projection. I need to get out of here.
Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just...
Wonker seems to know something about this.
We could be happy here together.
Let's see what he knows.
The both of us, forever. I need you to go back.
Something's wrong. This place, and you. You're all wrong. You're not you.
That doesn't make any sense, Zoe. Of course I'm me. I've always been me. Wonkers, your old friend. Your best friend in the whole world.
You look the same, but you don't act the same, and you don't sound the same. It's like someone put you together from memory, but they didn't get the details right. They didn't know you like I know you, and they probably figured it wouldn't matter. That's what's wrong with this whole place. It's made of memories, and some of them are not right. Europolis, Arcadia. I wasn't dreaming. They were real. This is the dream, or a dream made physical. By me. I made this, and I can see through it.
But I'm real, Zoe? Aren't I?
Of course you are, Wonkers. Of course you're real.
Are you sure you don't want to play a game? We haven't played a game in so long.
I'm sorry, Wonkers.
Okay, then. Promise to wake me up later?
I promise.
Nighty-night.
There he is, the real Wonkers.
I'll miss you too, buddy.
I think they just reused some of his lines from the previous game. Alright. Now we need to find a way out. Okay. Are we being held captive by Aperture Science? Everything's just disappearing. When we walk close to it now. There's a window here. We saw that before. Is there a way out, though? Is the real question. There's the door! Well, I guess this is it. The real world at last. It's really awake. What is this place? We are in Aperture Science. That's a material emancipation grid. Just when you thought you knew what was going on. Wasn't Jiva Helena Chang's company? Figure she'd have something to do with this. But I guess we have to wait to find out. 3 days ago.
Bib, stop that. It's not a toy. You could kill someone. Someone you don't want to kill.
Send for a healer, you cretins! My legs are broken!
What do we do with her?
I haven't decided yet. We have enough on Sister Alessandra to hold a summary court-martial and execute her. Or we send her to Sadir to stand trial. She'll face death. Or worse, a solitary life sentence in the black hole. To be honest, I think that decision should be yours.
Oh, great! We get to choose to do what to do with another evil person.
She's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life.
I mean, she definitely deserves it after what she's been doing here.
Our people must know the truth. Alessandra needs to stand trial for what she's done in Sadir. She must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadir. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. Our people must know the truth.
I think I
Alessandra needs
like
to
this
stand
option best,
trial for what she's done in Sadir.
because it's the only chance we have of getting the truth out there, and people do need to know. Yes, maybe it won't work, but at least we will have tried.
Let's send her home.
Good. We'll send a ship back to Azadir as soon as possible. Lock her up and keep her safe. She'll be going home to Sadir.
Let me go, you fools. You're doing the shadows' work. Goddess. Help me. Oh, it hurts.
What now, Kian?
We go back, and we end this. Can I count on your help?
You can. When I followed you here, I had no idea. I had my suspicions. I don't trust Vamon and Saya. They've been lying to us, and they're planning something. But I was blinded by faith and my trust in the Council. I followed you so that I could arrest you, kill you, if necessary, to have my eyes opened this way. A veil's been lifted, all thanks to you, and the Dolmari, of course. Your man Liko. I failed you. I failed our nation. And I'm sorry for that, Kian, for distrusting you. I should have known better.
What to do about Hami?
He should have known better than to brand me a traitor. But I understand why he made that mistake. Our friendship may never be the same, but we need to put this behind us and move on. I'm disappointed in him. He should know me better than to think I would knowingly betray my people. But I won't confront him about it until after the war is won.
I don't know. Hami seems like an honorable man, but he was blinded by his duty. But I think in the end he was doing what he believed to be right, just like Kian was doing what he believed to be right. And he did accept the truth when he saw it, so I think we can forgive him.
He should have known better. I gave you reason to doubt me.
I'm not so sure about that, Kian. I acted rashly and...
General, Hami, I forgive you.
Huh.
There's one thing I must know. Who told you that Liko and I had gone to Kian?
Mother Utana. Don't ask me how she knew. Well, she has her sources. She urged me to follow you.
She wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
Perhaps so, but how would she know what I'd find here?
She trusted me.
Yes, although, if she already knew the truth, why did she say nothing? It wouldn't have been better to keep me in Mercuria and arrest Vamon and Saya?
I'm sure she had her reasons, Hami. Is your cloud ship ready to bring us back?
The fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in less than 3 days.
Enough time to lay plans along the way. I need your most trusted men to fight alongside the rebels against Vamon's troops.
They will. There are fewer of us than there are of them, but we have the light on our side. We'll follow your command, Kian. To the first mountain, if it be so. What about the Dolmari? Liko?
He's speaking to the prisoners. He'll accompany us. I'll send for him. Liko will expect his people to be brought back to Mercuria, or given free passage to wherever they want to go.
I give you my word, as soon as the conflict has been resolved.
We'll have to leave young Bip with his parents, or I'm sure he'll try to sneak on board our ship. Bip, time to go.
If you did not take Liko, the camp is not liberated, even though you do get to deal with the administrator. Reap Moon's Eve.
Everything's ready for the ceremony, Your Excellency. The engineers have informed me that the engine is ready. Whenever you wish to begin.
My men have been posted around the city, ready to handle any unrest. Though I don't expect any. This being Reap Moon's Eve, most of the peasants will be too drunk to pay attention.
Is there anything else you need, Prophet?
You've done all I've asked. With the General away, there will be fewer distractions to worry about. The Office of Scientific Progress has proven itself a loyal servant to the Goddess. The support in Sadir has been unwavering. I am pleased with your work.
Thank you, Prophet. We live to serve the Goddess.
Where is the First?
In her room, praying for the success of our mission. She did not want to overshadow this ceremony with her presence. Her humility makes her a worthy one of the Six.
You deserve all the glory tonight, sister. You and the Commander, of course. When I activate the engine, a new era will begin. We will shape this world according to the wishes of the Goddess. Magic will finally be eradicated. The transition may cause fear and unrest for a time, but I trust you to handle this with authority and efficiency.
Of course.
I must prepare. When I am ready, I'll send word to you. You will have the privilege of telling the people of this city they're witnessing the birth of a new era.
Harmy has returned. With Kian. He's joined the Resistance.
What? Who told you this?
They've been trying to recruit my men. Some have turned, though most have not.
Why didn't you inform the Prophet?
And have him cast us from the top of the tower. We'll handle this. The Prophet will never know.
Mother Utana and the First, they can't know either. They might interfere.
You take care of them. I will take care of the Resistance and Harmy. Once and for all. Soon it won't even matter. Tonight, once the engine is active.
We take control, yes, I know. I just... We didn't need this. Not when we're so close, after all that
Don't worry yourself, sire. Proceed as planned.
Yes. Yes.
I believe that man was the same mysterious cloaked figure we saw in Dreamfall, although this time we could at least understand what he's saying rather than just hear whispers. The person that April followed down into the underground city, to the Well of Dreams.
Long ago, when I was a boy, exploring the mountains close to my village, I met an old Dolmari man, herding his stone goats. Our two people were officially at war, but there were still Dolmari tribes near our village and some trade between humans and magicals. The old man spoke with kindness, fed me dried fruits and goat's milk, and told me I had magic in me, just like his grandchildren. When I returned home and told my mother, she commanded me to never speak a word of this to my father. And then she leaned in and whispered something in my ear I'll always remember. Magic, she said, is a part of everything. Magic is in the wind and rain, the stones and the ocean. It's in me, my mother said. And it's in you. Your heart, your mind, your blood. We've been at war with magic for most of my life. But I've never forgot my mother's whispered words. And I've always felt it in me. Felt that magic's a part of me. For decades, I've fought it, denied it, rejected it. Tonight, that fight ends, and another begins. This is no longer a war between humans and magicals. This is a battle for the very soul of our world. If you will have me, if you accept us, we stand with you all. We fight at your side.
Tonight, we put aside our differences, our history, our grievances, and we stand united as one. Humans and magicals, Azadi and Northlanders. We are all Arcadians. Our eyes have been opened to the truth of what's being done to magicals. The Prophet has deceived the Azadi people. The engine is a weapon aimed at us all. We don't yet know what this ceremony will bring, but if we don't act tonight, in the face of death, we shall live to regret it tomorrow. General Hami will lead sorties against Vamon's men, force their surrender, and push through to the commander and Sister Saya. Those who refuse to lay down their arms, we fight. As hard as it will be to strike at your own brothers, there's no other choice. Your goal is to apprehend Saya and Vamon, alive if possible, dead if necessary. You'll take your commands from the General. Any misgivings you may have must be put to rest now. I trust Hami with my life, and tonight, so shall you. The engine must be destroyed. We don't know what it's truly for or how it works, but the Prophet means to reshape the world using its powers. This isn't magic. It's something darker than sorcery. Something older and infinitely more dangerous. Let's stop it. Let's stop them all from destroying our world, from destroying magic. Let's do this in the memory of our absent comrades. Shepard, Bob who can see, there's been enough death. Come back alive. You've received your assignments. Prepare to move out. And when this night is over, let's all return here to watch the sun rise on a new Mercuria.
You know what to do, Kian?
Ferdows will shut down the engine from the control room near the green. In order to do that, he needs me inside the tower.
You'll go alone?
I've been inside before. It will be easier on my own. Anna and Enu will escort Ferdows and keep him safe.
I wish we could fight side by side tonight, but your task is more important. And more perilous.
You'll have the Resistance by your side.
I couldn't ask for better company. My men won't flinch from their duty. When they learned what was being done to the non-humans, and what the camps were for. I wish there was time to spread the truth further. But instead, we're forced to fight our own. We can only hope that most choose to surrender, rather than remain loyal to Vamon.
I'm sure they will, once they find themselves facing you. Civil war is a terrible thing, Hami. Most men shy from it. I don't envy you your task tonight.
We do what we must. Goddess protect you, Kian. If all goes well, we'll talk again soon.
We shall.
Okay, looks like we have our work cut out for us. Let's hope that we can end this war before it is too late and the Azadi manage to destroy magic. But we will have to see if we can do that in the next video.